Most seniors think fading vision is just aging. But what if your eyes are trying to heal every night, and you're stopping them from doing that? Around 30% of Americans over 60 suffer from vision impairment, and the number jumps dramatically after 65. Welcome back to the Senior Health Podcast, where we unpack the silent health battles of aging and how to fight back with clarity and confidence. In this episode, we're exploring the overlooked link between what you eat before bed and how well your eyes heal while you sleep. Because, according to data from the National Eye Institute, about 37 million Americans age 50 and older are affected by vision loss or blindness, and yet almost none are focusing on how powerful the right foods can be in protecting and restoring their vision. The cost? Not just blurry letters or night-driving fears, but misdiagnoses, lost independence, and the quiet erosion of confidence that comes with each missed sign or step. So, sitting across from me today is someone who has seen this unfold across generations, a practicing physician, scholar, and champion of daily repair over long-term regret. His perspective blends modern science with deep, lived wisdom. There is no better guide to help us restore vision, night by night, than Japan's oldest practicing doctor, Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara.
Thank you, John. It's always an honor to be here. Let me ask you this. If our eyes are trying to repair themselves every night, why do so many people wake up with blurry, gritty, or exhausted vision?
Because most people don't give their eyes what they need before bed. We're either skipping meals, eating the wrong things, or unknowingly blocking the repair process with habits that cause inflammation or dehydration. The intention is good, but the timing, the nutrients, and the environment just don't line up.
It's true. The healing process is there, but we're starving it. Most seniors aren't failing to repair. They're simply not providing the fuel at the right time. And instead of recognizing that, we blame age, prescribe eye drops, or ignore it altogether. Your eyes are designed to regenerate at night. They clear toxins, rebuild moisture barriers, and strengthen the retina, but only if the right nutrients are already in your bloodstream before your head hits the pillow. And that's exactly what we'll walk through today. I'll break down 4 simple, affordable foods you can eat before bed, that don't just protect your vision, but help restore it. They're real, everyday ingredients that seniors overlook. So stay with us, because by the end of this episode, I want you to feel not just hopeful, but equipped.
So while the symptoms are there, if we're not looking at what's really causing them, could we be treating the wrong thing altogether?
Yes, exactly. And that's the insight I want every listener to carry into this. Because once you understand how vision repair really works at night, you can start supporting it intentionally. Starting tonight, we'll walk through the 4 foods, the science behind each, and how to build a simple nighttime habit that could help you see more clearly in just a few weeks.
I'll be honest, this one hits close to home. I'm 62 now, and over the past couple years, I started noticing it myself. Blurry text in the evening, more glare on the road at night, waking up with that gritty, tired feeling in my eyes. At first, I blamed it on too much screen time, then just age. But what really shifted things for me was changing my evening routine and cutting back on those late-night salty snacks. Within a few weeks, my mornings felt different, clearer, less strained, more awake. But here's what I've been wondering, and I have to ask, because I know you wear glasses too and you're still treating patients past 100. How do you think about vision loss and aging? Are there parts of it we simply accept and parts we can fight?
It's a good question, John, and one I've asked myself more than once. Yes, I wear glasses, and yes, our vision does shift as the years go on. But that doesn't mean we just throw up our hands and accept it. The real issue is when we stop supporting the repair process. Our eyes, even in our 70s, 80s, 90s, are still trying to heal every night, but we treat them like they've given up. That's where nutrition, timing, and small habits make all the difference.
All right, doctor, so let's dive in, because I want to start right with something as ordinary as a boiled egg. Why would that make such a powerful difference for the eyes?
Because it's not ordinary at all, not when it comes to the eyes. Boiled eggs are one of the richest sources of two specific nutrients your macula depends on, lutein and zeaxanthin. These compounds act like internal sunglasses, shielding the central part of your retina from light damage, oxidative stress, and age-related thinning.
And the macula is what helps you read, recognize faces, even drive at night, right?
Exactly. And while leafy greens like spinach have lutein too, the body absorbs it far more efficiently from egg yolks. That's why even just one egg before bed can measurably raise antioxidant levels in your blood within weeks.
So this isn't about massive change. It's about precision, the right nutrient, in the right form, at the right time. And if we understand that healing happens during sleep, then bedtime becomes an opportunity, not just a routine. That's where I'd like to go next. How timing, not just content, can make or break this repair process.
Most people assume nutrients work whenever you eat them, but the body doesn't function like a vending machine. The eyes enter deep repair mode during the first few hours of sleep, which is when blood flow increases and antioxidant activity peaks. If you haven't eaten the right foods 1 to 2 hours before bed, there's nothing circulating to support that repair.
So by skipping dinner or eating the wrong kind of snack, we may be going to sleep underfueled.
Exactly. And that's especially dangerous after 60, when absorption slows and oxidative damage builds up faster. This is why the timing of a boiled egg, something simple, easy to digest, and rich in fat-soluble nutrients, makes it so effective.
That makes so much sense. I think about how many seniors I see who grab toast or a sugary drink before bed, something fast, but not functional. And yet, just one egg gives you lutein, zeaxanthin, vitamin A, and even the amino acids that support glutathione, the master antioxidant. That's not just eye repair. That's whole body restoration. And it brings us to something I've personally underestimated until I saw the research: the role of fat in unlocking these nutrients, which leads perfectly into our next food.
Yes, because lutein and zeaxanthin are fat-soluble. Without healthy fats, your body simply can't absorb them efficiently, no matter how much you eat. That's why I often pair a boiled egg with avocado in the evening. It's not indulgent, it's intelligent nutrition.
So the avocado isn't just helping the heart. It's acting as a delivery system for eye nutrients.
Precisely. The monounsaturated fats in avocado help transport these antioxidants straight into your retinal tissue, where they do the real work. And it doesn't stop there. Avocado also brings vitamin E, a nutrient that protects against oxidative stress in the delicate blood vessels around the eye.
I think that's what many people miss, that healthy fat is not the enemy. In fact, it might be the very thing your vision needs more of, especially at night. I remember a patient who'd cut all fat from his diet to lower cholesterol, but his eyes were constantly red and strained. He had no idea the two were connected. And once we added just half an avocado to his evening meals, the change was night and day. Let's stay here for a moment, because the role of blood flow and circulation is often overlooked, and it's a key piece of this second food.
Circulation is everything, John, especially when it comes to the retina, which is one of the most vascular tissues in the body. If blood flow is compromised, even slightly, those nutrients never reach the cells that need them most. Avocados help stabilize blood sugar, reduce inflammation, and enhance microcirculation, all of which support clearer vision at night.
And that's a subtle decline, isn't it? It's not that you suddenly go blind. It's more like headlights seem harsher, depth perception fades, fine print starts to blur.
Exactly. Most seniors don't even notice it at first. They just stop driving at night or need brighter lamps, never realizing their eyes are struggling to repair because they're missing the raw materials.
That's what makes this conversation so important. We're not talking about waiting for disease. We're talking about preventing decline before it starts. And the truth is, foods like avocado don't just nourish your eyes. They support the entire nighttime healing process. That brings us to the third bedtime food that may actually help the eyes repair themselves while you sleep. So, what is it?
Third is kiwi. And I know that surprises people, but kiwi is one of the most concentrated natural sources of vitamin C, even more than oranges, and that's critical for the eyes. Vitamin C helps maintain collagen in the cornea and lens, while also strengthening the tiny capillaries that deliver nutrients to the retina.
So this isn't just about immunity or fighting colds. It's structural support for the eye itself.
Exactly right. And without enough vitamin C at night, those tissues dry out, lose elasticity, and become more vulnerable to irritation and foggy vision by morning. Kiwi also contains natural compounds that support melatonin. So it doesn't just nourish the eye, it helps deepen the sleep that allows repair to happen.
That's what I find so fascinating, the synergy. A single kiwi isn't just giving you antioxidants, it's preparing your nervous system to enter rest more effectively. One patient of mine used to wake up every morning saying her eyes felt like they hadn't slept, even when she had. Adding just one kiwi after dinner made a noticeable difference in less than 2 weeks, which leads us straight into the fourth, and maybe most underestimated, food on your list, one that targets inflammation from the inside out.
It's walnuts, and what makes them so powerful isn't just the omega-3s. It's the specific type, ALA, or alpha-linolenic acid, which the body slowly converts into DHA, a key fat in the retina. DHA makes up nearly 30% of the structural fat in your eye's light-detecting cells, so without it, those cells weaken and become inflamed.
And this kind of inflammation, it's not something you can always feel right away, is it?
No, not at all. That's what makes it dangerous. Chronic low-grade inflammation in the retina can silently accelerate night vision problems, dry eyes, even age-related degeneration.
So walnuts help put the brakes on that process?
Yes, and more. They also lower CRP, C-reactive protein, which is a major marker of systemic inflammation that affects not just the eyes but heart and brain health as well.
That's the beauty of these foods. They don't just target one issue. They ripple across the entire system. I had a patient who couldn't tolerate fish oil but started eating a small handful of walnuts before bed. Within weeks, not only did his eyes feel better in the morning, but his sleep improved too. And now I want to get into exactly that, because when it comes to these 4 foods, the timing of how and when you eat them might be just as important as the nutrients themselves.
That's absolutely right, because the eyes don't heal randomly throughout the day. Their deepest repair happens in the early phases of sleep, when blood flow to the retina increases and oxidative damage is cleared out. But if those key nutrients aren't already present in the bloodstream, the healing window closes before it even begins.
So it's not just what you eat, but when you eat it that determines whether repair can even happen.
Exactly. Ideally, you want to eat these foods about 1 to 2 hours before bed. That gives your body time to digest, absorb, and deliver the nutrients to the tissues that need them.
And what about people who eat late or skip dinner altogether?
That's where many unknowingly sabotage their recovery. Either they flood their system with sugar or salt right before bed, or they go to sleep on empty and wonder why they wake up with dry, strained eyes.
That explains so much. We tend to treat nutrition like a daytime issue. Breakfast for energy, lunch for focus. But we rarely think about how food fuels healing at night. And yet, this is when the body rebuilds. It clears toxins, lowers inflammation, restores balance, all silently if we give it the right tools. Let's talk about how to turn these 4 foods into a real routine, something simple, repeatable, and actually doable for seniors listening at home.
The key is to build a rhythm, to not a rigid plan. You don't need to eat all 4 foods every night. Just rotating 2 or 3 of them throughout the week can give your eyes a steady stream of what they need to heal.
So it's more about consistency over intensity, giving the body a reliable pattern to work with.
Yes, and it should feel enjoyable, not clinical. A boiled egg with mashed avocado one night, a kiwi and handful of walnuts the next. Simple combinations that deliver real nourishment.
And preparation matters too, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Avoid pairing these foods with heavy desserts, alcohol, or salty snacks. Those will spike blood sugar, dehydrate tissues, and interfere with the very repair you're trying to support.
That's a really important distinction. You can't just add good foods on top of habits that block their benefits. I think a lot of seniors try the right things, but their environment, from late-night screen time to skipped hydration, sends the body mixed signals. So let's walk through the nighttime essentials that maximize the impact of these foods and set the stage for actual repair while you sleep.
Start with hydration. A single glass of water with your evening snack can dramatically improve nutrient delivery. The blood vessels in your eyes are incredibly small, and they depend on fluid balance to carry antioxidants where they're needed. Without enough hydration, even the best foods can't reach their target.
That's something most people forget. We think of water as daytime fuel, but not as part of nighttime healing.
And yet it's essential, just like avoiding screens an hour before bed, which prevents melatonin suppression and allows the eyes to enter true rest.
And what about the room itself? Does the environment really matter that much?
It does. A dark, quiet room signals the entire visual system to shift from processing mode into repair mode. Even small sources of light, like a phone on the nightstand, can disrupt that process.
It's fascinating how every small factor either helps or hinders the repair process, from what we eat to how we sleep to the temperature and lighting in the room. I've had patients who were eating the right things but still waking up with strained eyes, and the missing link was sleep quality, not diet. That's why this last part is so critical. Understanding that food, timing, and environment all work together as a single system. And I'd love for you to close us out with what you always say, which is that healing isn't just possible. It's expected if we simply give the body the right chance.
What I want every listener to remember is this: your eyes are not failing you. They are asking for support. Small deliberate changes, like these 4 bedtime foods, can create real, visible improvements over time. And most importantly, this is about preserving the freedom to live your life with confidence, even after 60.
It's such a powerful reminder. We often think that vision decline is inevitable, but what you've shared today shows that it's far from hopeless, and that the solution can be as simple as what's on our plate. Before we wrap up, could you give our listeners one final one-liner, something they can carry with them tonight?
Healing starts when you believe your body is still capable of it, and you give it the tools to prove you right. That is the mindset I want every senior to take into their evenings from now on.
That's beautifully said. I hope everyone listening takes this to heart and tries even one of these small changes tonight. If this episode gave you something useful, share it with a friend or family member who might be struggling with their vision. And let us know in the comments if you made it to the end. It helps us see who's really taking action and putting this advice into practice. If you haven't already, hit subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the Senior Health Podcast.